Hello, everyone, and welcome to Africa Fire Mission's weekly virtual training session. My name is Mike, and I'm the programs director here at Africa Fire Mission. We're super excited you took time out of your schedules to come join us for today's virtual training session. And today we're joined by Cyrus Kalemungorok. Cyrus is one of our volunteer fire safety advocates here with Africa Fire Mission. Served as one of our fire prevention interns last year, does a lot of great work throughout Kenya promoting fire prevention. A great asset that we have here at Africa Fire Mission. We're really excited that he's here this evening for you guys to lead today's training. So welcome, Cyrus. Uh, Before we get started with today's training, I'm going to pass things over to Jose Nunjiri. Jose is Africa Fire Mission's Fire Safety Officer, and I'm going to let him get us started with a couple words of encouragement. And he's muted, so he's going to unmute first and then chat with us.
Oh, sorry. My bad. Thank you so much, Chief Mike. It is actually evening in Kenya, and we're so excited to just have another second meeting of the year. Today, I'm so excited to have Cyrus, and as you said, he's a great asset to us here at AFM, and we're really always happy to have him on board. And today's word of encouragement is quite interesting, and it's based on really what Cyrus is going to speak about leadership. And I live in Africa, especially in Kenya, and I know how leaders, especially in the fire service, do or handle that position. It is a position of power. It's a position of authority. It's a position of yes, no, go this direction. But then I want us to divert a little bit. I want you to remember this, that leadership is about service, not titles. Yeah. The best leaders inspire through action, integrity, and guess what? Compassion. You are the example others follow in the moments of crisis, and you lead with clarity, humility, and a strong commitment to safety, knowing that your decisions impact not only your team, but the communities you serve. True leadership is about empowering those around you to be their best. In fact, to even be better than you know. Together, you can achieve incredible outcomes and save loads of life in your community. So guess what? You need to stay inspired as a leader. And I know that I've been with you leaders. I know how you are. Keep keep staying inspired, keep sharing good things with your guys, and I know your community is going to benefit from that. Thank you so much. Back to you, Chief Mike.
Thank you very much, Jose. Great words of encouragement there. Great perspectives on leadership. That could have been a whole class in and of itself, right there. Thanks, Jose. Really appreciate everything you do. Your work that you do to try to help out firefighters throughout all of Africa. It's much appreciated. Before we get started with today's training, let me just touch on a couple of administrative notes. If you stick around for at least 70% of today's training, which is usually about 40 or 45 minutes, we can get a certificate of participation for today's class. If you've got network issues, maybe you get a fire call, you've got to leave, whatever you've got going on, you can't make that time, don't worry. There's a way to get that certificate of participation. Head on over to our website, www.africafiremission.org. There's a resources tab. Go to training materials. In there, you'll be able to find a link to our Google Drive. There, we post a recording of the training, answer a couple questions about what you learned, and I'll get you that certificate of participation. These videos are also posted on our YouTube channel if you'd like to share them with someone else. We're looking to try to grow our subscribers for that YouTube channel. We're getting close to hitting 1,000 subscriber mark. When we get to that, it's going to open up some opportunities for us to do some more things on YouTube. So if you have not signed up there, subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do me the favor of clicking that subscribe button for us, Africa Fire Mission at YouTube. That would be really greatly appreciated. When we get finished with the training today, the top of the hour, I'm going to pass things back over to Jose. We're going to host a little tea time. Tea time is a time where we can ask some questions about today's class. It's a chance for you to network with firefighters throughout Africa. We average, at least a half a dozen different countries throughout Africa and the Middle East during these trainings, sometimes many more than that. So please, if you've got the time, stick around for that as well. Now, without further ado, I'm going to pass things over to my good friend from West Pokot, Mr. Cyrus, to get us started. Chief, he's also a chief with his fire brigade, so we're going to pass things over to Cyrus to talk about today's topic.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Mike and Jose. Good morning and good evening or good afternoon, members who are available in the class. Here with you today is Kalemungorok Cyrus, Assistant Fire Chief West Pokot and a firefighter also. So our today's topic is about leadership and the communication. So it's about leadership and the communication in fire service, companies, and any other running departments or running organizations that deals with so various things inside the company, and they have workers who deals with different dockets. So communication and the leadership is very crucial. Those are the communication and the leadership need to go together. They need to partner together for the company and a department to be successful. With me here, I have just my hard copy notes. Of course, you will bear with me, and we discuss together. So you're welcome, and feel free at the end of our lessons. Maybe you'll have time to ask a question and maybe add something or any comment about it. So you're welcome. All right. Fire companies work to eliminate fires and ensure the safety for their community. A department relies on each member of the fire service team to keep the job done. Without everyone on board, the fire company will not be as effective. So I'm talking about the fire company and the fire departments. For those who are running a fire department in counties, and for those who are working also in the private companies dealing with the fire services, and not only fire services, even the EMS in general, for those who work in the ambulances department as well. We have a couple number of qualities that makes fire department or a company more successful in terms of leadership. A company or a department may do well when a certain qualities are inside the leaders. The leaders know what to do, or the leaders know what to be done at which time, standing on their positions. For example, fire chiefs, a firefighter, leading firefighter, battalion chief knows at which point needs some skills to deal with or which quality of leadership do they have so that they make others to feel they're in better area or in good areas to work together. So one is a knowledge. A good leader needs to have a good knowledge on how to run things. Fire company members should be knowledgeable about fire safety. Yes, of course. Fire department, a fire leader, like fire chief, assistant fire chief knows to knowledgeable. They have to have that knowledge of dealing with the fires and knowing what is inside the fire safety. Fire elimination. They have to know on how to fight fires, They have to know also on how to do some technical rescues. They should know how to run the fire truck. They have to know also on how to operate a fire engine from the fire station to the scene. At the scene, those leaders must also know the positioning of the fire engine, even the ambulances. All right? You cannot be a good leader if you don't have the required profession on that section. You have to be a firefighter so that for you to qualify to be a firefighter. Because at the scene, there are so many things that they may rely on your hands. And if you don't have those skills or that knowledge to do it and solve it, some problems that may occur from the scene, it will be very trouble to other firefighters or those who are working at the scene. Another thing is a motivator. A good leader must be a good motivator. Leaders should motivate their team members. Firefighting can be a tough job. Team members can become leash, understand or suffer from executions, being able to motivate each. So a good leader need to motivate their firefighters, need to motivate their team by encouraging them. Firefighting, maybe it is a tough job. We guys, we need to be together. We need to be working together. We need to be doing this as a team. All right. So a good leader needs to have their members in one camp, in one position. A good leader cannot just give out some instruction without him or her working for that. They must lead as an example. Also doing that motivation, a good leader also must be a good observer. When one firefighter did something good, a good leader also can promote that firefighter by maybe motivating with something, maybe promoting something to her or him, buying something for them, fight maybe. So you do a motivation, you motivate them so that they can have that morale to be able to work for the next scene, to be prepared, to know that, hey, even if this job is very hard, but because of this encouragement or this motivation that we have been given by our leader, we need to do so because it's our mandate. And while it's their mandate, it's not a must that you give some instruction to them as a leader. You just need to be humble, know how to communicate with them, discuss with them that the issues that they are facing while fighting fires, maybe responding to the RTS, you know. So it is very important, a good leader to have that motivation capacity. Another thing is dedication. A dedicated firefighter may save more life and properties. This firefighter have that dedication of maybe a promotion after something good. Yes, you can promote that firefighter. You can do something good for that firefighter. Yes, you just make them to be dedicated, to feel that they are not in a tough job. Even though they have their professional, they went to the school, they learn a lot, but you need also to be encouraging them, motivating them, giving them dedication, hope of tomorrow. Yes, you did today well, but we wish tomorrow will do better than today. The challenges that we pass today, it is not there tomorrow. You just show them the motivation, dedication, dedicate to them that things will be well, and ensure as a leader, you do what you promise. Promise something, do it. give the direction towards your dedication. All right? You should develop the dedication of their team members. The job requires us certain level of dedication. Yes, like promoting promoting one of them to be leader, just showing them when they do they work well, there is a level that they may one may move from this position to that position, and also increasing something in their pockets, right? So the other thing is decisiveness. Yes, a good leader must have that decision. Sometimes firefighters need to make a split second decisions when rescuing people from a burning building or a dangerous situation. They need to rely on their knowledge and skills, and they need to be able to make their right decision when under pressure. Yeah, as a good leader, you have time also to decide at which point you allow your firefighter to use the skills that they possess. At which time are you going to deny the firefighter not to apply the skills that they have to a certain response? You have to make sure that you know how to do the correct decisions, do proper decisions. Lead your firefighters to make a decision. If it is not something that it is a crucial, you may sit down with your firefighters, discuss with them, and finally, a good leader may just take the decisions and give direction to the firefighters or any other team member. All right? So another thing is a vision. As a leader, you have to also to have a vision. Fire department should see themselves in the future. How will the fire department become better over a time? Where are they headed? That leader must have that vision that today we are passing these challenges. And maybe, according to our focus, our hard work, tomorrow we will have less challenges than this week or than the other week. You have to have that vision. Our firefighters doesn't have enough tears like here in Africa. We are lacking enough tears as a firefighters, and we have so many fire leaders like fire chiefs. Every county has a fire chief. Those fire chiefs must have that vision that today I'm in this position. What am I going to do for these firefighters tomorrow? How am I going to make this office to be better tomorrow? What is the future of this office? I entered in when there is a one seat. I entered county department when there was a one fire engine. What about tomorrow? What am I going to add to make sure that tomorrow will be brighter than today? So those are the things that it is needed in our and EMS department. It is very important to discuss with those leaders who are hired you. Those leaders who are in a better position that you are the one in the fire department service. Now, are you going to take the future that you see from your fire department to discuss with them? Do you foresee what are going to happen tomorrow? Do you foresee what is going to happen to the next year? Do you foresee what is going to happen to our fire service department in the next 5 years? So a good leader must have that vision. because nobody who is permanent in a seat or in the office. So make a good vision for the fire department, work towards that. Encouragement. Another thing is encouragement. Going towards a fire is a dangerous, or working towards a fire is a dangerous. But firefighters must be able to face fires and enter the buildings that may fall down around them. They have to face any fear and rescue people who are trapped. Courage is quality that all fire companies need to possess. Yeah, just encourage them. Because in fire service, firefighters cannot work alone without IC. You cannot allow your firefighters to enter a risk situations without good position of that IC to see what is going to happen or what is happening for you to allow your firefighters enter in or to retrieve. You also have to encourage them that, hey, this building is strong enough for you guys to go in, rescue the person who are inside in a certain time. You need also to be doing some encouragement that for those who are going to be in, to be fighting fires, that leader who is in charge, the IC commander, must be building that trust that firefighters, for those who are going inside, they believe on them. That when you say this building is still strong enough for you guys to get in and do whatever what you want to do, they believe on you. They believe on you due to the proper way that you deal with those kind of observations, communications, right? So you must be encouraging them. Give them the morale to be doing what they need to be done. Right? So in leadership skills, good leadership. What is under good leadership? The ability to know when to communicate, to support the safety of the community. Those are the part of the good leadership. In good leadership, you know, as a fire department or a fire leader, the ability to know when to communicate to support the safety of the fire community, of the community. For example, a firefighter, your work is not only to fight fires. You need also to be walking around. You need also to be doing a walk, community fire prevention. That's the time that you are showing out your leadership skills. You are able to train your community, let your community understand what is your work by teaching them so many things concerns their safety. Those are the qualities that makes a person to have that quality of leadership. All right? Communication is also a key. While reaching out to the community, are you able to express yourself? Are you able to teach a person who is older than you to understand what you are taking out? So that is good leadership. Encouraging involvement, the ability to encourage others, for those who are not firefighters, maybe so many organizations within your county, within your country, and you wish to work together with them. So what you need to do is put some encouragement. Participate and contribute in so many discussions that you may be sitting together, things that you might be doing together. If you are able to show those members who doesn't know what you have, just show them. Give them the way. All right? Building trust. Yes, the ability to build trust with others. Trust your firefighters as a fire chief, assistant fire chief. If I'm not today in this office, the work that's supposed to be done today must be done. This is not a must that I sit in my table for everything to be done. Trust your firefighters. Trust your fellow colleagues in any company that you are working. Because you are not the only person who can deal with those things that are supposed to be done. Ensure also that you show the person who is closer to you the way to do. And trust them that maybe when you are not there, these colleagues of mine may even do better than me, right? Let them also build that trust to you. That when you assign them, you know what you are assigning them to do. And they will believe that by doing this, our leader also will be happy, right? And show them your happiness after they done something, all right? Other things that are very important to our firefighters, for a fire department, for a fire leaders, a good leader must also know how to be problem solver. Yes, a good leader must know how to solve some problems. The ability to analyze situation and quickly develop plans for action. Yes, after you had there is a problem of that and this, you have to know in which way are you going to handle that problem. You have to quickly develop plans and actions that you are going to take before that problem worsens. A good leader in a fire station is not the one who can have a problem from somebody, transfer to somebody by saying somebody so and so is complaining about this. So and so is talking about this. The person that you are discussing with may take the same thing, cook it, and return that feedback to you again in different way. So a good leader must have to understand this is a problem. And the problem is here with me. Do I have a plan for handling this problem properly? What is the solution of this problem? So a good leader must have that skill with them. And then now do a solution. After you get a problem, look away on how to solve. Also, a good leader must have that teamwork capacity. A good leader must have that teamwork capacity in his mind. The ability to work together with other firefighters to achieve common goals. A good leader must have that way of communicating to other firefighters to work as a team. It's not good for you to sit that position and feel better than the other firefighters. Remember that all those firefighters have professionals with you. Even if you defeat them by even maybe one profession or one paper, You have a degree level, diploma level, and those other guys have certificate level. You can't sit there and say, because I'm a degree holder of this, now I'm everything. No, you are going to fail terrible. Those guys will say, all right, because you have a degree, so you want to feel in your position and not to be with a part of us. If it is a firefighting, when you have a time to just respond with them. And while at the scene, don't take the position of leading firefighter. If you are not in a duty and you find yourself that you are at the scene with those firefighters who have been at the duty, don't take over their responsibilities. Be there to be assigned. And later, you come back to your position and do the documentation maybe as per what your description says. So don't outshine your firefighters when you are not on that position at the right time. Let them do their work. You come back later. Allow them now to report to your office. All right. So ensure that you work with your team. You work with your members together. All right. Don't make yourself better than them. All right. Know on how to bring them together. Discuss with them so many things. All right. Let them also lead you on the other way. You might be getting something new from them that when you apply in your office, it will take you somewhere, right? Adaptability, the ability to change and overcome stressful situations. All right. Also, a good leader must know on how to calm their firefighters. Let them understand the tough situation in their work. Let them understand the environment that they're working in. Show them also the way to adapt. Be training them, looking also trainers for those who know how to train the firefighters, the team that you are working together. If you are in a position to have anybody who can train them, to show them the way on how to overcome some challenges here and there, not to make there a lot of stress in their lives, right? Do so. If you are able also to motivate them and show them, if you pass this situation, maybe find people who might die at the scene. Instead of you guys coming in with a lot of stress, remember also this is our work and this is what we have decided to do the whole of our life. Let them also have that adaptation of life. Let them know that they need to adapt the situation in their nature of work. Right? Courage. The ability to face fear, rescue, fear and rescue people. Yeah, I talked earlier about that rescue. Firefighters might face so many challenges while rescuing people, those who are still alive and those who are dead. Maybe retrieving bodies from the wells, fire after fires. Those all faces the life of firefighter. So you must be encouraging. So how can be a good leader make a communication? After you have those skills and that quality of skills, now how are we going to pass the communications in fire services and any other department that you are running? Communication in leadership is the way leaders share information and inspire action. Communication in leadership is the way leaders share information and inspire actions. It involves speaking, listening, writing, and interpreting information. Effective communication in leadership can help build trust. Yes, effective communication in leadership can help build trust. How are you going to make your communication out? Also, it encourages collaboration and navigate change. A good communication encourages collaboration, build trust among your members or your workmates, and navigate change. A good communication also may bring a good change in the department. May lead also to bring new ideas to our department. A good communication may also make the department progress. But remember, bad communication make the department backslide. So it is very important to have that communication direction from top seat to the low seat, to the top worker to the low worker. All those depends on way of communication. How are you going to pass the information from one person to another? Right? Now let us see what are the benefits of effective communication in leadership. Number one, we say communication build trust. Leader can build trust within. Leader can build trust with employees and between employees themselves. A good leader may build a good leader may build trust themselves and the employees. And also employees themselves may build their trust among themselves by doing it through communication. All right? A good communication, a good way of communicating in the fire service, in any department that you are running. If you have a good communication among each other, remember it builds trust. If I'm speaking to my fellow firefighter in good terms, I discuss good things in good terms, that firefighter may trust me and tell me what are supposed maybe to be done, and also they take that information to the next firefighter or the next workmate as they discuss in a good manner. Okay, another thing that effective communication do is promote collaboration. Leaders can encourage open dialogue and teamwork. Leaders can encourage open dialogues, which is discussion, and teamwork. Yeah, there is that communication of workers. There is that communication of firefighters. There is that communication of low firefighter communicate with the higher firefighter, who is a fire chief, assistant fire chief, and the firefighter. All right. Any seat that you sit, remember that there is a person who is below you, and you need that person who is below you to support you to be up there. Now, a good, effective communication promote that collaboration of bringing each other together to be one team. Enhance understanding. Yes, communication also enhance understanding. Leader can understand their employees' needs and motivation. Yes, a firefighter or a good leader may understand the needs of the firefighter who is at the lower level. The person who is at the higher office, through the communication, you may understand what are your employees' needs. What are the people you are supervising needs? Through the effective communication, you should you will understand, indicate exactly what are those people needs. Like a firefighter. When a firefighter lacks so many equipments to use in the fire service or to use in the response, it will be possible for those who are sitting at the higher seats to know that our fire department in a certain fire station needed this and this and this to assist themselves while they're responding on this, maybe at the road accidents, at the rescue services, or at the firefighting. Through the communication, you will understand the need of those equipment, the need of that firefighters needs, right? Resolve conflicts. That's another thing. Through effective communication, it resolves conflicts. Leaders can help find a peaceful solution to disputes. Sometimes there might be a pressure, a lot of pressure in the work. And you will find out that because we are a human being, all firefighters are human beings. It doesn't matter which country are you working for, which continent are you working for. All firefighters have its different reaction. I have my reaction. My fellow colleague has their own of reacting. Maybe after something happened, and that reaction may bring even chaos, even fight. So a good leader must know how to help, how to solve the problems through the communication. If I can report to my boss or a person who is higher than me in the higher office that so and so is doing this to me and I'm not happy, that person who is in the higher cannot tell me now it is now your time to do a revenge. Maybe take a pine bone, go and beat him or go and beat her. Just go and blow back. No, that's not the way a good leader can solve a problem. You receive, take an action. Have that plan on how are you going to bring these people together. How are you going to put this thing to be discussed together with those guys who are not in good terms? You have to know, create a plans as a leader to solve those problems. Yes, another thing is inspire. A good leader also can inspire. Leaders can move people to action by sharing a vision. Leaders can move people to action by sharing a vision. Yes, have a discussion. Tell your colleagues your vision. Discuss their future. Discuss with them what is going to happen in our department in the next few weeks, in the next few months, in the next few years. Just inspire them. What is going to happen in their pockets? What is government having for them in the next 2 years? Maybe for them to be, some of them to be employed permanent, for those who are not in permanent. For those who are still volunteering, they are going to be employed, maybe. So just inspire them, give them hope as a leader. Show them the way that we are heading at the right direction. Right? So those are the good, effective communication in leadership. Right? So communication skills for a leader. Also, what is very important to a leader who is leading a fire service and any other departments? You have to be active listener. I can say active listening. You have to be active listener. Leader can listen to what others say and understand their meaning and intent. When somebody says, our fire chief is very bad person, what does that word mean? And what is the intention of that word being used that our fire chief is a very bad person? There is something inside. There is a meaning. There is an intention of that word. So you have to be active, understand things quickly. If somebody says our fire department is not in good condition, right? What does that word mean? There is something inside, and the other members have seen it. And you as a leader, maybe you have not yet seen that problem. So you need to be active. Follow what others says quickly. Do your personal investigation very fast and understand the next procedure. Right? As a leader, you cannot take things shallow. If somebody say, so and so is not a good person, don't just add points on that and say, yes, it's not a good leader. It's not a good person. It's not a good firefighter. So and so is not a good person to be running these horses. You heard that word, but you just assumed. All right? Maybe you will find next level, they're going to do something bad with this firefighter. You need to be active, very sensitive. If you hear something, respond to it quickly. Empathy. Empathy, leader can understand what others feel and see things from their point of view. Yes, you need to be also understanding how others feel in their position of a fight, in their position of a response. Maybe you have been given a position that you will be dealing with other things, but not to respond. But also, you need to understand when a firefighter are en route into the fire emergency, how are they feeling? You at the higher office, how are you feeling? Do you feel their feelings? Do you have their feelings with you? Do you understand what they say at the ground? Do you understand what they communicate? If they told you they lack this, they want this, do you understand? Do you understand that meaning of that request? Do you feel that they need to have that? Do you feel that they have already felt something strong to them, and that's why they make these requests? So you need also to be empathy enough with them, right? Transparency. That's another thing. You need to be also transparent. Like here in counties, there is allowances for firefighters. After they respond, maybe they will receive some lunch. And that lunch may take a few days or a few months before they came. You as a good leader, you need also to be transparent. After doing a request, documentation, take it that document with the accounts, and the account say this money will be out after this couple of days. And then also you need also to be transparent to your firefighters, to your workmates. Tell them now I've done this and that, and the next level we are going to receive this amount of money, or we are going to receive this thing after this number of days. You need also to be transparent. If there is a communication from the higher office, don't take it as a yours. Just be open that our leader, who is so and so, have said this. Just take it direct to your colleagues. Be transparent with them. Do things open. Let them understand that the things that you are doing is the facts. The things that you are saying is the facts. Just to show them you are that's a kind of leader. You have nothing to hide behind. Right? Also have a clear communication. Leader can use the chain of communication to ensure their messages are clear, concise, and complete. Yes, there is a fire chief which is a top office from me, maybe. I'm assistant fire chief. There is a fire chief there. There is a leading firefighter, and maybe there is a firefighter in charge of the day or of the week. So if a fire chief has something to communicate from the top to the lower, chief will just do a communication, maybe in a documentation or a fable. Assistant fire chief will take it, confirm it if it is the information or it is the message that it is direct from the fire chief to the assistant fire chief. As it goes down, that message must be clear. The communication must be clear. As a leader, maybe you are at the scene and you are the in charge. You are the IC. There is those firefighters who are working in the structure inside the building, and you are at the out. You are at the outside. You are checking for their safety. So if there is any communication, if there is any command that you want to pass from the outside to the operation section, which are those firefighters inside the building, you need to be clear. Let your information be clear. If your message is your firefighters to retrieve the person who is next to you to take that information inside, maybe by radio, maybe by sending another firefighter, just make sure your message is very clear. Please, firefighters who are working inside, retrieve in the next 1 minute. So the same to anything that you document, information that you print, let it be clear. All right? So by using that protocol, and that's why there is that protocol of communication. There is a office, office B, office C, and D. All right? So it is very important. Communication and leadership skills are important for firefighters in the fire department to ensure the safety of the community. Communication and leadership skills are important for firefighters in the fire department to ensure the safety of the community. Yes, that's our major work as a fire department. As a firefighters, we also many activities. I may say many, and it is major activities. Our work is to ensure that our community are very safe in so many areas. All right? We walk around, we make some walks by doing fire preventions, by ensuring that schools, institutions, hospitals, where there is a public gathering, comply the safety standards. As we do that, we use communication. Business people rely on firefighters, rely on fire safety officers because of their safety, to ensure that their business premises are well, all surroundings is clear, there is no compromise with the fire to their departments or maybe businesses, All right. So communication skills is very important. It is playing a role. Under that communication skills, interpersonal skills, it is very important. The ability to connect with the team members and build trust. I've said that. Also, a good communication have to play a role in emotional intelligence, the ability to understand and respond the emotions of others, constructive feedback, the ability to provide feedback that helps others improve in areas, maybe clear communication, the ability to communicate without ambiguity to ensure a successful response. So thank you so much, guys. That's the end of my discussion for today's. If you have any question, if you have any additional points, let us meet at the tea time as we proceed. So thank you so much and have a nice evening as we end our session today. Back to you, Mr. Mike.
Excellent. Thank you, Cyrus. Let me make a little adjustment here. Sydney looks like it's got a question. Go ahead.
Afternoon, Chief Mike.
Good afternoon.
Mine is an addition on motivation.
Please.
I'll start with salary. Every work at any institution, the most motivating factor is salary. So it's cardinal that every leader should make sure that the firefighters are paid on time. Reason being that salary is a major motivator, looking at what problems it can solve. The other one, coming to the same salary, is that there's a need of an increment. It can be annually, or it can be either through promotion. That one becomes a major motivator. And then the other one is PPE, and should make sure that good, if possible, new firefighting equipment and advanced equipment, and even inclusive of procurement of new PPEs. It's very important. Then the other one motivating factor is that whenever they are granting permissions, leaders should make sure that they are fair when they are granting. It can be a permission to be offered, a permission to go and leave. They shouldn't deny others because others will feel demotivated. So it's important as leaders to look at these three aspects. I list there.
Excellent. I couldn't agree more, and part of that communication piece that Cyrus was talking about, is communicating those needs, whether it be appropriate salaries. So that's your communication with your political leaders, your needs for proper PPE, again, communication with your political leaders, and communication with your personnel, to make sure that they're wearing them appropriately. And then in that communication, granting those fair permissions as well. So great points. Anyone else with any questions, comments, or concerns with today's training? You can use the raise hand feature, put a question in the chat, or go ahead and unmute yourself.
And Chief Mike, afternoon. How are you?
I'm very good. How are you, sir?
Good. No, just thanks again. Wonderful, informative. I just want to thank you guys. Have a blessed afternoon.
Thank you so much, Euban. Great.
Okay. Bye.
Again, great topic here today. Really some good insights, Cyrus. Really appreciate appreciate your coming with us and training here today, and some of that insight that you've got working as an assistant chief and utilizing some of those communication skills that you talked about. We're going to wrap up sort of the formal portion of our training today. Like I said, again, great thanks to Cyrus for another great class today. Thanks to all of you for taking time out of your schedules to join us, using your bundles and your data to get here. We don't take for granted the fact that you're ready to serve your community, so we hope to continue bringing you some good trainings. If there's a topic out there that you think you might be interested in presenting for us, there's some opportunities for that as well. We love to have local instructors from Africa presenting on these topics. So if there's something that you'd like to teach about or share about, please feel free to reach out to me, or you can reach out to Jose, and we can get you set up with a time that you could present as well. So thank you all for being here. We have plenty of seats available in the class, so please feel free to share the registration link with anybody that you think may benefit from this. And hope to see all of you again here next week. Thanks, everyone.